Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Join Terry with Tracer Rounds every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern to hear interviews with veteran artists, veteran business owners, and businesses that support veterans. Catch us on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and MB Radio. If you miss a show, you can listen again on Wreaths Across America Radio every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Tune in to see if you are on target. MBR, giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.
The interview of the week is brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hello.
And welcome to the Tracer Rounds podcast. And this is Terry, your host. And with me tonight is veteran Rob Fess. I'm so happy to have you tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes, we're so excited. So if you don't mind, I wanted to talk first about your military service, about how you entered, maybe how old you were and how you got started in the military or why you decided to join. And then maybe some of your deployments, your MOS, that kind of thing, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So I joined college. I was partying, didn't have really direction. So I did ROTC at Loyola College in Baltimore when I was 20. So I got a scholarship, and then I joined my sophomore year in the Army, and then did 2 years through college. And then I got commissioned as a lieutenant, second lieutenant, 31 Alpha Military Police. And then I went to Fort Lewis. I was in Germany. And then when I did 3 years, became a police officer in Washington, D.C., stayed in reserves because I had an 8-year obligation. I had active duty time, but I had to fulfill my contract. And then I deployed with the 58th Infantry Brigade Combat Team to Iraq during the surge in 2007. And then in 2011, I went to Afghanistan with the 29th Infantry Division. And I was embedded, I was a police advisor embedded with the Afghan police, Kabul City Police. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. And I was a major. So I retired as a major 2014. Yeah. So ROTC was great. ROTC, the military, college, teach me, physical fitness, be responsible. And once I joined ROTC, my grades went up. And I had, purpose, motivation, direction. And that's what we need in the Army and in life. That's it.
Right.
Yeah. So it helps.
So what's your biggest takeaway from the military?
I tell you, you surround yourself with good NCOs, good officers, you become a better soldier. Comes to writing, leading, planning, It's the same thing in reality, in the real world. If you surround yourself with bad people, you become bad. If you surround yourself with good people in the military and in life, you do well. So I miss the camaraderie and I miss the
Mm.
teamwork. And again, purpose, motivation, direction. You provide purpose, military, you're motivated, and you got direction. That's what veterans need. We need that in life. Without that, we got problems, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And almost everybody I talk to says basically the same thing, that they miss the camaraderie of the military. And that's one of the things they appreciated. And then also the discipline that goes along with it, just keeping yourself in a ready state and focused. And, sometimes we just lose focus when we're out of that mindset, out of the military and away from
Yeah,
those that kind of helped influence and help guide us through different times or different chapters in our lives and in the military and civilian world. So I agree with
definitely.
you.
Yeah, definitely. Military is good. I think the military, to be honest, I think every kid should serve for a couple of years. I think it should be a requirement because it's good for the kids. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree. I mean, I think it'll give some that need direction and focus, it'll give it to them. They'll find out real quick that they need it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. 100%. 100%. Yeah. That's about it. Yeah.
So, when you were in the reserves, or you were in the Guard, not the reserves, right? You were in the
Yeah,
National Guard?
National Guard, that's correct. Maryland
Maryland
National Guard.
National Guard, yeah.
Yeah.
And so you were a DC police officer. So how long were you a police officer with DC?
2000 to 2014, 14 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I
So
wanted to
why did
stay
you?
long. I wanted to stay longer, but when I was in Afghanistan, I was embedded with the Afghan police. So it wasn't because I was a major. It was my police background. My other partner was a DE agent. So the general picked us because of our experience with police work. And we were embedded with the Afghans. We responded to terrorist attacks. We helped process evidence, make sure the chain of custody of evidence was between U.S. forces and Afghanistan was handed, was properly conducted. We made sure we took the phones, the weapons. Sometimes we had to put some soldiers in body bags, but I was there to help. It was a rough job, but it's the same as DC police. There's no difference between Afghanistan and DC. The only difference is that we can't see the enemy. That's the only
Yeah,
difference between Kabul and DC. Same adrenaline, same action, and that's what I'm good at. So the
yeah,
General Whittington, a 2-star, he put us in positions based on our civilian experience. That's what happened. So it kept me busy. All the terrorist attacks, we did raids to capture terrorists. We did a lot of stuff, but now I look back, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth. My mental health is damaged. I lost friends, and I look back at it, it was a waste of time. To be honest with you, waste of time. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
sure a lot of parents feel that way too. The way we left is very wrong. So, but it's okay. We don't want to talk about that. I get fired up, but yeah, but
Well, I mean, you're passionate because you've lived that and you have the experience to know whether you think what we were doing was the right thing or not. So of course you're passionate about it. So
and I looked online. I was at Camp Phoenix in Afghanistan, Kabul, and now Camp Phoenix with all that infrastructure is now a heroin recovery for Afghans.
oh
So yeah,
really?
it's a rehab. Yeah, it's disgusting. But what are you gonna do? There's nothing we can do.
Right.
Yeah, so it's okay.
We left it for him, right?
Yeah, we left everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you gonna do? But
Yeah.
it's what it is.
Just a change in focus, I guess, is what it is.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So yeah, so what do you want to? So yeah, the DC cop kept me busy. I worked at Fourth District, George Avenue, next to the old Walter Reed.
Oh,
I
okay.
loved it. Yeah, I loved it. Kept me busy. It's a great city. It's another thing. A lot of veterans become police officers too, to stay in uniform and to keep us busy and keep the camaraderie. That's just why I became a cop. It's the same structure.
Yeah.
Keeps you focused, keeps you accountable. You know, that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you start into music from being a police officer?
Oh, so I was when I got out of the army, I was good for a few years and started hanging out with the wrong people, started using drugs, and bad drugs, and then I was going down the wrong path. My brother owned a music store in New Jersey, and he said, I want to send you a digital piano. When I was younger, it took me a couple years of piano, maybe like I was like third grade, not even much.
Mhm.
I gave it up. And then when I was in Iraq, I went to the chapel, started picking up again. But when I came back from Afghanistan, then I started really playing. So my brother's like, listen, either you do something constructive that can benefit you, or you're gonna die. So he sent me a piano, and I started making my own music based on my emotions. And I don't write nothing down; it's all in my head. So I started creating songs based on how I feel, and sometimes I have an idea in my head when I'm laying down. I come up, play the piano, and I realized that music has helped me certain sounds, frequencies. It helps. It helps with depression. So if I'm feeling depressed or if I have urges for narcotics, I go to play the piano, and it helps. And I play the piano at the VA here in Orlando. I play at the Morris Children's Hospital and the Orlando Cancer Center. And
Yeah.
kids, even kids with autism or they're screaming, if I play music, some of them calm down. They come to the piano and watch me, which is great. So if I can help the kids relax and veterans relax, it's a great thing. So I realize music is universal, and it can it can make people happy and bring people together, which is good. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I think it is the universal language. They say, that love is, but love is great and it has its place. But I think music transcends all of that, because it is really you play a note, you play a song, you play a melody, you have lyrics, even if they're not understood. The
yeah,
way that they flow and the way that they're heard is what
yeah.
is resonating with people. It doesn't really matter what the lyrics say because I can hear a song in another language and not understand that language, but the melody and the way it's played and the flow of everything, that's what really speaks to the heart, I think.
100%, 100%. Yeah, I like playing for other people, veterans, and music. It keeps me busy. I got a digital piano here, and yesterday I recorded two songs yesterday. I have a friend as a producer. He comes with his mobile, studio kit, and we recorded here, which is great. So
That's pretty
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So all
Have
my songs
studio
are
will
all in my head.
travel.
Well, what happened?
So have studio will travel. So he
Yeah,
comes
yeah, yeah,
prepared.
yeah. He comes prepared, which is good. Yeah, which is good. But
So
I'm a big yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So if you don't write anything down, so the only thing you have is a recording, right? Because like how do you memorize it? You just record it and then you play it from memory again, or how does that
I
work for you?
I practice a song until I master it. It can take days, a week, and
I
once I
see.
practice songs every day, the same songs every day, and that's what I got. I
Yeah.
memorize them all. So
Wow. You
yeah,
must have a really good memory.
I think it's probably from music because you're constantly focusing.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I can remember things. Yeah, I have a pretty good memory, but I think music helps with that too. Yeah. So yeah, music helps with your eye, your focus, your temperament. It helps, which is a good
Yeah.
thing. I think veterans that were diagnosed with PTSD or substance abuse disorder, I think, they didn't find a hobby, music, fishing, something to get them outside, or something that's constructive. They can relay their feelings onto, painting or music or any type of thing that can express yourself in a positive way. Because it's very easy. It's very hard for me to walk to that piano, and very easy for me to get drugs. It's very easy. It's hard
Yeah.
for me to walk to that piano. So I have to make sure I make the right decision every day to go to that piano, and it's not easy. But and you got to get out
So
of the house. You know.
yes, I agree. So MJ is one of our hosts of the world of conscious positive thinking, and she is a Reiki healer. I'll probably say it wrong, so don't get mad at me, MJ. But she does frequencies too for healing. That's one of her treatments or therapies with some of her clients is frequencies.
Yeah, sound baths. Sound baths. I
Yeah.
did that. That's great. That makes you relax. So I got to tell you a story. So
Okay.
I go to rehab like a few years ago, like a year ago, for PTSD, substance abuse. A lot of these counselors, they don't know how to. They say they take veterans, but when we get there, so a lot of these, so for like all these years, I never talked about the violence or what I was going through. Then my brother's like this, just open up to it, do the therapy, and then all of a sudden, my PTSD symptoms, hyper vigilance, all my senses exploded. But they didn't know how to
Yes.
handle that. They know the book answer, and the only people that knew how to handle it were the veterans that worked there. Because once you talk about it, it brings you right back to war, and then all your senses. I went outside after I spoke at a session, and I could see everything vivid. Everything was clear. All the sounds were clear. I'm like, it's like being high on drugs without the euphoria. It's a terrible feeling. and nobody knows how to handle it except the veterans. So you can have all the education you want as a counselor. If you're not a veteran, if you're in combat and you don't know, and you don't experience that, you can't help that person. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're not prepared to handle the reaction from somebody, and you ask them to open up, you ask them to explain, you ask them to, dig in deep to whatever details there are.
Yeah.
But then if you're not really versed and prepared for what the reaction is, you maybe shouldn't have asked in the first place, because
Yeah.
it can be overwhelming. I mean, just based on what that person has been through, or their certain mood conditions. I mean, because certain things open up certain reactions.
Yeah.
So you got to be kind of careful. And like you said, a veteran that's been there, done that, will understand what you're going through more so than somebody that's just read a book and said, okay, well, this is probably how they're going to respond if you say this or do this, but never seen it or been there in the midst of, something like that. So I agree. You really have to find the right person to make a difference in counseling or in sessions or whatever. It's got to be the right one, because otherwise it can end quite badly. I'm hopeful that you were able to
Well, if I wasn't
resolve
for
all
veterans
of that.
well, the veterans, yeah, well, it's nothing too about rehab. When you go to rehab, they want you to stay at the house. Most of the addicts, not all of them, most of them don't run. They're young. They look at their phones all day. For me, as an Army vet, you got to run. For me, running, exercise, I would leave the house. I don't care what the rules were. If I don't run, you have to have other options to
It's a
stay sober.
therapy.
Yeah, you have to run. I told them, I'm leaving anyway. I don't care what you say. I'm leaving. I was the only Army guy there. But the thing is, when you get back to the real world, you got to use other things, not just therapy, running. You got to do other things that keep you sober. It's not
Yeah.
just talking to people. You got to do healthy things, And most of these counselors in rehab, they're all like 25, 28. They don't have no life experience. They might be book smart, but you cannot handle the mentality of a veteran who's going through struggles, because they don't know how to handle it. And when we get mad or yell at them, they think we're crazy, but we're not. They don't know how
No.
to handle us. The only people that know how to handle us are other veterans that come with the combat. That's it.
Right. Right. Scotty Frazier's on, and he said, "Oorah."
All right. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. So I want to play a song that you wrote, and then we can come back and we can talk some more. So I thought I'd play "Rebirth." Do you want to tell us about the song, or maybe what you were thinking when you wrote it, or do you want to talk about it after we play it?
Yeah, sure. I'll talk about it after. There's no worries. Yeah, no worries.
All right, so we'll
Thanks.
take a quick break, and we're going to play "Rebirth" by Rob Fess. Hang on, here we go.
Thank you.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
And we're back.
All right.
Military Broadcast Radio on the Tracer Rounds podcast and with my guest, Rob Fess. So tell us about Rebirth. That's beautiful.
Yeah, thanks. Rebirth, I have a tattoo of a phoenix, right? I got a lot of tattoos, but I think, I think everybody has a chance to get better, to rise above any type of mental health or any problems, either substance abuse, depression. So every song I make, it's try to be positive.
Yeah.
I try to have a positive message. Most of my songs are, something like that. But Rebirth, it's about rising above, becoming better, getting better each day, bettering yourself each day, and try to be the better person. That's about it. Everybody can get better. Everybody can rise above. As long as you're, keep your mind right, have the right support system, you can get better. But you have to make the right decision. And again, it's not easy. I'm an addict. I went from a major police officer to a drug addict, which I would never think that would happen.
Yeah.
It's if you told me 10 years ago that I'd be snorting cocaine, I'd be like, yeah, right. But it's a terrible thing to admit. But I'm not the only. Being a commissioned officer or whatever, but it doesn't matter who you are. Drugs can affect everybody. I'm not the only veteran that does drugs, and I'll tell them. I'm honest about it. There's nothing to hide. I had a problem. I continue to struggle, but I have to make the right decision. It's not easy, but yeah. But drugs are bad.
Yeah. Where did you finally get help, or did you get that on your own, or how did you make that recovery? What was that first step you took to get there?
Oh, you want to hear a terrible story? I was doing well. It's not that terrible, but I guess one time I don't know. I was doing so much. I took a bunch of Xanax to cocaine, Adderall, and then no one hurt me for a couple of days. I was so messed up.
Yeah.
The cops came to my house with my daughter. She's a police officer. It was embarrassing, and I was so whacked out. And then I'm like, my ex-wife's like, you need help. My brother said, you need help. And that's it. That's what I did. I've been to several rehabs. It's not an easy journey. It's not easy. Yeah.
You have to find the one that works for you, and then you have to want it. You have to want the recovery, because if you don't want it, no amount of recovery is going to help you.
Yeah, you can't, when you say you got to do it for you got to do it for yourself. Because I know a lot of people that did it for all the wrong reasons. I went to rehab before for a girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. It didn't even work out. I didn't want to go, but I thought I'll get better. I'll do it for her. And I still did drugs. As soon as I got out, the next day I did drugs. So the point is, you got to do it for yourself.
Right.
Because, and like I said, the stimulants, Adderall, it's just that we miss, Afghanistan, always on the move. DC cop, always vigilant, always action. So cocaine fits the adrenaline. It gives you that rush. It keeps you right back in combat. I mean, we miss that. When you take veterans out of, or police officers out of that environment, and you put them in a condo, wherever you live, and you're isolated, that's not good. Not good. And the VA doesn't do anything. The VA, the VA is hard. It's hard. It's not.
It's hard to find the right fit for what you need. I mean, sometimes you get plugged into the right place and you get the right help at the right time, but other times you're struggling just to get help at all.
Well, this is another good example. I went to the VA because I have sleep problems. So instead of putting me on sleeping medication, they gave me blood pressure medication. I go, I don't have high blood pressure, because study shows that it helps with nightmares. My nightmares are gone. I can't sleep. The VA sucks. The VA is terrible. It's not good. It's not good. Some people care, but they want everybody, instead of giving the prescriptions you need, they use you as a guinea pig to put you on stuff that they think that it might work. It doesn't work. So it just terrible. It's a terrible place. But not all of them. Most people care. I mean, it's a bureaucracy of the government. That's it. We're just a number. Yeah.
Right. It is hard. And it really depends on where you're going in the VA you're attending, because some really have made that shift and made that the focus on veterans, and others are
Yeah.
still struggling to get there. So I agree, it's hit and miss when you're looking for help through those systems. Sometimes you find it, and sometimes you don't, and you keep struggling, like you said. So,
100%. The Orlando VA here is beautiful. It's right across the street. It's great.
oh wow,
Yeah, but the doctors, they're trying. I guess they're trying to take soldier. Well, for example, my father-in-law is a Vietnam vet, Silver Star, 4 Purple Hearts, been shot. He was on pain pills all his life.
yeah,
They'll take you off that, and then that's why most soldiers they go to heroin or they go to cocaine, because I used to be on Adderall. They take me off Adderall because because they're trying to give you another holistic approach. They want you off those narcotics, but sometimes it works for you. It might
yeah.
it's needed, but they take you off it. What do you expect me to do? You give me on Adderall for all these years, and then I'm going to find a legal substance to you know what I mean.
You're right. Yeah.
Cocaine is similar to Adderall. You take somebody off Adderall, you take them off the medication they've been on for years because they believe, oh, we got to try something different. That's not good. It's not good for the person. But
It's hard to change up the medicines and whatnot. It can mess with you if you don't, if you don't
yeah,
have a consistency in what you're taking, because just the wild swings this way and that way when you come off a
uh,
medicine or start on a new one, and then sometimes it takes the medicine like 45 days to 60 days to actually, because you have to build up a certain amount in your
yeah,
system
100%.
before it ever does anything for you. So in the meantime, you
Yeah,
struggle and you struggle waiting for it to actually help.
yeah.
So yeah. So
They put me
changing
on.
out
Yeah,
meds, it's no joke.
they put me on Wellbutrin. Wellbutrin works for me. Wellbutrin, extended release, so it's good. It's good. So, so let's go back to the music thing here. So,
Yeah.
so I try to make songs that make other people and myself feel better mentally. If I can play a song that makes me relax. So a lot of times I go on a piano, try to come up with a melody that's calming, and then I add to it. And it takes me a couple of days to do a song. Right now I have about 20 songs, but if nothing's written down, they're all in my head. So
That's
yeah, I don't know how I
awesome.
do it. Yes, I don't know, but it's a good thing because it's keeps me busy. And I like creating. I like creating music.
Yeah, you said that you only had lessons when you were about a third grader, and
Third to fifth,
uh,
yeah, third to fifth grade, and then see back in the '80s,
yeah,
I played sports. So back then in the '80s, my friends were rough. Oh, you played the piano, you know what I mean, as a guy.
right, yeah,
So I'm like, yeah, I played the piano. My mother made me play the piano. I'd rather play the guitar. So
yeah,
mother, see, my brother played the guitar, and my mother's like, "You're playing the piano." I'm like, she didn't give me a choice. So the best decision she ever did was make me play the piano. But back in the
yeah.
'80s, my friends were like, "You play the piano, this and that, girly instrument." But I'll
Giving
tell
you
you something,
trouble.
piano was beautiful. And
It is
then I
beautiful.
gave it up, and then I picked it up uh, after in Iraq. But I got really serious after Afghanistan because I was really messed up. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but you said you don't read notes?
I have to look up the song. For example, I have to look up the song. So if I get a song, I have to look it
Yeah.
up on YouTube, the notes, and I have to handwrite them in. I have to look at them online and then match them to the sheet, and then I write it in. That's how I do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the songs I
Yeah.
make, no, I don't know what music theory. I don't know what music theory is. I don't know what that means. People go to school for music theory, but I don't know what that means. I just make music. It sounds
Yeah.
good, and then I release it. I'm not into that theory stuff. I don't even know what that means, music theory. I don't even know what that is.
Well, some people
Yeah.
just have a gift and they don't really have to be taught too much about it. They just have a gift to do things, and you're one of those.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah, music probably
definitely.
saved my life. Yeah, I like music.
Yeah, I think it did. I think it really did. And like you said, it really is soothing, and it really does help you to change your mood. That's what I was telling somebody else the other day, is like music can make you or break you. So if you're listening to the kind of music that's going to soothe the beast within, then
Yeah,
it'll help with that. But if you're listening to something else that'll like enrage you or get you going or
yeah,
like pump that adrenaline, I mean, that's something totally different. It'll either hype you up, it'll slow you down, or it can just, smooth you
yeah.
out. Music has a wonderful impact on people. Get in the right circumstance and right situation, I think.
100%. Like I like Pantera, I like Motley Crue, I like Metallica. But
Yeah,
for some reason, these melodies come out. I'm covered with tattoos. I don't look like those songs will come out of me, but for some reason they do. I wish I could play heavy metal on the piano, but I can't do it. Yeah, I play these
yeah,
songs
right.
people like,
Yeah.
just calming.
It, it
So
it doesn't quite have the same sound on a piano, does it? Heavy
no,
metal.
no, no, not at all, not at all. But yeah. So
Great.
music is a great thing. Yeah, and then too, I was on a show called The Soft One Underbelly, in Los Angeles. And Mark Later's show. It's got 7 million. You heard my
Yeah, I've
music
seen
around the
it.
show. Say, I'm sorry.
I've seen it. Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
I've
you
seen
saw?
it online. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I get people from all over the world say, "Hey, your music helped me, made me relax," and that's a great feeling. As long as I'm helping others, they're all over the world. I mean, from Scotland, England. One guy from Thailand sent me a message, say, "Hey, your music helped me, your story helped me," because believe it or
Mhm.
not, a lot of people struggle, and people, are embarrassed to talk about drugs or addiction. But you know what? If you're honest about it, and you're honest to yourself, you can help others, no matter what you're going through. I don't care what people think. Oh, I did drugs. So what? I had a problem. People have problems, and
Yes.
I'm open to share it. Some people are embarrassed that they're having an addiction problem, but you know what? It's nothing to be embarrassed about. A lot of people struggle, you know. But but if I can help people with music and help people with my story, that's better. It's not about being famous or making money off anything. It's about helping others. That's the most important thing. If I can help somebody save their life, save somebody's life, or make somebody feel good based on my music, that's what matters. You know?
Yeah. I think that's a wonderful mission. And I totally agree. If you can help someone by doing something you know how to do and you do it well, why not do it? Absolutely. I think we'll
Yes.
play another song real quick and then we'll come back and we'll talk about what's coming up for you.
Yeah.
So we're going to play Beautiful Morning.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
And welcome back. You're on the Tracer Rounds podcast, and my guest is Rob Fess. And you just heard his song, Beautiful Morning. That really is a beautiful piece. Do you have any special story about how that one came about?
No, I just
Just comes about.
it just came about. Yeah, I think I was laying down. I heard it in my head. A lot of times these melodies come in my head, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta get up right away, and I start playing. Yeah, it could be from taking shrooms. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. Could be. I don't know. But
That's
it,
amazing, though.
yeah, it's just I had an idea in my. I was probably laying down, sitting there, and I just came to my head, and I probably went to the piano right away. And then once I have an idea, I just build from it. Yeah. To me, it sounded like a beautiful morning. The song made me relax. So it's a good song. Yeah.
Yeah, you should have a cup of coffee. You should be looking out at the water and just watching the birds go.
Yeah. So if you put that song like on a picture and you play that, you take a picture and you play that song over a beach or a sunset, it's great.
Mhm.
It's a great thing. It's good to relax to too. Yeah.
Yeah. So, where are you going with your music? What are you hoping to do? What's your next steps, do
Well,
you
right
think?
now I got a manager from California.
Mm.
He's helping me with press releases. I'm going to be on a billboard in Orlando, like those
Oh,
digital
wow.
billboards on Highway. Yeah, he's gonna let me know when. So it's a daily hustle. It's
Yeah.
not easy. It's like acting. You got to keep pushing it, pushing it. Hopefully, I get a break. Like I said, I played for Toby Keith's family a few months back. That was a great experience in DC, and then I played at another event in New York. My friend Lynn Coughlin she's a founder of the Catch a Lift Fund. Her brother
Yeah.
was killed in Afghanistan, and she gave me the opportunity to play the piano at these events, and I'm grateful. She's the one that got me going, playing in public. I really didn't want to play in public. It's very nervous. I mean, I played in front of like 400 people, and that's nerve wracking. I had to put my back. I played the piano, not facing the crowd because it's not easy. It is not easy. And when I
Yeah.
played it for Toby Keith's family, there's like 400 people there at the Army Navy Club in Washington,
Yeah.
and I was so nervous. Once I played Rebirth, once I played my own song, I got really comfortable, and then I played American Soldier. So once I play my own music, I'm relaxed, and then I can play his music. But
Yeah.
I want to do a good job in honor of Toby Keith. So it was a great
Right.
experience. His manager, his friend, his wife, they're great people. So they gave me an opportunity, and I'm grateful for that. And I wanted to, do Toby Keith proud. I want to make his family proud. So I did the
Yeah.
best I can. So it was a
That's awesome. Did you
great,
get
yeah.
to meet them too?
Excuse me?
Did you get a chance to meet them as well?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She gave me a hug and everything after the song. They're great. Yeah, it was great. It was a very
That's
humbling experience. Yeah, after I played American Soldier, I got a standing ovation. I didn't really notice. Somebody said to get up, and then she came right to me, gave me a hug, and it was great. Yeah,
that's awesome.
kind of tear. Yeah, it was very. I was kind of tearing up because it was a very humbling experience for me. Yeah.
Well, and just playing the song too, because the lyrics kind of just move you as well, I think. At least they do me.
Oh, American Soldier is a great song. Yeah, I love that song. And the piano makes it, it's great. You know what the manager said? He's Toby Keith. His manager goes, if Toby Keith was still here, he'd be singing a song right next to you on that piano, and that would have been a
That'd be awesome.
great experience. Yeah. So so yeah, it was a great
How long did
experience.
it how long did it take you to learn American Soldier to play it like that?
Well, I focused on one. So what I did was I went on YouTube. I had to look at the notes, wrote them in. So I
Yeah.
focused on one page at a time. So So the song had 6 pages. I mastered one page,
Right.
moved to the next page. So it took me about 3 weeks, but I did it every day, practice for hours until I
Yeah.
got it down packed. And I was
Yeah.
nervous because that's not my music. When you play your own
Yeah.
songs, it's easy. When you play other people's music, it's hard. So I had
Yeah.
to listen to his music I had to listen to American Soldier when he sang it. So I got the rhythm right, the same,
Right.
when he sings the notes. So I had to make sure that when I was playing it was in sync when he was singing it. So yeah,
Yeah.
it
Would
was
have been
great.
cool if they could have done a hologram of him singing along with your playing it. That would have been cool.
That would have been awesome. Yeah, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, so
Maybe
hopefully more
maybe
yeah.
maybe somebody will do that. We've just put it out. We spoke it out into existence. Maybe somebody will do that.
Yeah, remember I told you about earlier about the event in DC for veterans in November. What Mike was trying to help me out. So there's things that are happening, but I
Right.
don't. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's got
Yeah.
everything is a waiting game. So
Right.
but
Everything time and
yeah,
connection.
it's all who you know. It's not. How many people are talented? When I learned the music business, there's people that are not talented, but they know people and they're successful. And there's people that are talented that don't go anywhere because they don't have the right connections. but it's hard. So and you got to keep working every day, making music and putting yourself out there. It wasn't for my brother. My brother, at 4 years from 2019, he sent me a piano, and then 5 years later, I'm on these podcasts. I'm playing these major events. I'm on a billboard. I mean, I find that it's crazy. It's a crazy ride.
Yeah.
And people like, and it has a positive effect on people. It's very humbling. And I would never think I'm on a podcast or I'm playing for Toby Keith's family. It's just crazy to think that. But my brother's the one that started, so I have to give him props for that.
Absolutely. Say thanks,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah,
for
yeah.
saving my life, and thanks for getting me where I am today, like helping me
Yeah.
find my journey, find my
He's
path
my
that I
biggest
needed to
fan.
be
He's my
on.
biggest fan. He's my biggest fan.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's
And my
super
son too.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's really cool.
the two songs that yesterday I made, the song I sent you was called Innocence, and then I
Mhm.
have another song called it's called Redemption.
Redemption.
Yeah, so I
I love
recorded
it.
2 new songs. I have to upload them on Spotify, but yeah, probably a couple days. But they're good. It's good. Yeah,
So
I
how
have somebody
long
sing. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. How long does it take you to create a new song? About, I mean, I know each one is different, but about how long does it take you to really
About a week.
find that's
About a week.
quick. That's
Yeah,
quick.
about a week. Now I'll get an idea, a couple measures down, but I have to make sure the song sounds different throughout the song. So I'll have an idea, and a lot of times I'll change the measure. As long as it sounds good, I'll have people listening. But it takes about a week. Then I'll play
Wow.
the song until I memorize it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So every song I play is memorized. However, not writing it down, I improvise a little bit too. I can always change up. So it's good about these songs that I can add notes, take them away when I'm playing. I can make the song longer. I can add to it, which is good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good
Amazing.
thing. Thanks. But yeah, I love music. It's a universal language. It really is. It really is. If you look, even like it brings everybody together, no matter what your religious background and what your political beliefs are. It brings everybody together. And one day at a show, everybody's happy. There's
Yeah.
no arguing. Everyone's focused on the music and how it makes people feel. It's great. You know, it's a great thing.
So Paul say he needs to know more people with connections, and he was saying that you getting to play for Toby Keith's family was an awesome experience.
Huge experience. Yeah, tell them thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah,
Yeah, super cool.
that was a great experience. Yeah, because I feel bad because she was she's still mourning. When they at the event at the award show, they had a collage of videos and stuff like that. Like it's still hard for her. And then when she came up to me, it kind of teary because she gave me a hug, and it was rough on both of us. But she's a nice lady. I mean, Toby Keith loved our military, loved our
Yeah,
soldiers, the whole family. I mean, he's a great dude, and unfortunately, he was taken away too young. But that's
way
life.
too
But
young.
way too young, and what incredible talent. But
Yeah, he
yeah,
he either still owns or owned a restaurant in
he still
Oklahoma
does,
City.
and
Yeah,
Vegas too. It's called Toby
Toby
Keith
Keith's.
from Rock.
Yeah,
Yes, that's it. Yeah, they're still there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he would give a free meal to a veteran just for walking in the door the first time. He'd give you a free meal, which I thought
That's
was
great.
pretty darn cool. Yeah, he used to live and I think his family still does live in Norman, Oklahoma, or just outside of Moore,
You're right.
between Moore
Oklahoma.
and
Yeah.
Norman. Yeah, I went by his
Yeah.
house one day. I mean, like I saw it
It's
from a
massive.
distance,
It's a
is what I'm
massive
saying.
house. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
massive. Yeah.
it's way back off the road, but yeah, I did see it. One of my friends knew kind of the area, and so
Yeah.
that they lived in, so he was showing me around, and I thought that was
Yeah.
pretty cool. But I always had
That
a
is
lot of
cool.
respect for him, and his dad was a veteran too, so
Yeah.
that's why he has a lot of love for the military, and he made no apologies about that to anybody, and I thought that was really cool too.
There's one video with Toby Keith that he brought a girl on stage. The soldiers came back from war, but she didn't know that. So they surprised for like 50,000 fans. He
Yeah,
brought he brought the husband out. It was great.
yeah.
It was great. He did a lot of cool things for us, man. He's a
He
great
did
great
because
guy.
he
Yeah.
he went overseas a lot and played for the troops.
In Iraq,
I
yeah, 100 yeah.
Yeah, on kind of like a USO type tour. I don't know that it was really that, but I know that he went on several different occasions overseas and played, and was trying to bring morale up wherever he went. So
I saw remember Brett Michaels Poison? Another
Yes.
guy who loves our military. I saw him in Iraq. He went to Stryker base, 2007. He's great. Loves our troops.
Mhm.
He played all the hits. Yeah, yeah.
That's
Another guy
awesome.
loves our troops. Yeah, Poison's great. Another guy's talented. Brett Michaels. All these guys. See, people don't
Definitely.
realize. You know how hard it is to make a hit song. It's hard. I mean, it's incredible talent. No matter who you are, to
Yeah.
make a hit song is right. It's very 1%. It's hard to do. You know, give these people.
Yeah.
They're all talented individuals. All talented. Everybody in the music business. So yeah.
Yeah, it definitely takes perseverance and tenacity and creativity too. I mean, you have to be creative in order to come up with something, but you have to be willing to stay the course because like you said, it's not for the faint of heart. You have to like want it because it's just
Yeah.
not going to find you. You're going to have to go find it.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. You gotta, yeah. Right now, like I just do it for others, and hopefully I get bigger. But I think I am getting bigger. And it's gotta keep plugging
That's
along. You know?
right. I think so too. So we're going to play one more song if you
Yeah.
don't mind, and then we're going to play Awakening. So we're going
Awakening
to
is my
play
favorite.
this.
That's my favorite song. I think Awakening.
And this
I
one
like it.
shows you actually playing it, so I really like it because people get to
Okay.
see
Yeah.
your passion behind the music. So here we go.
Yeah.
Military.
Oops, there we go. So I have to tell you, I think that's probably my favorite because I can
That song.
see your
When I play
passion.
that song there, that's the draft. When I play that, that's not even. If you look at the song now, it's way better. It's slower, and I added
Yeah.
more chords. That was just a draft. The one you heard when I was playing at the
Yeah.
hospital, I've just started making that. That's in the beginning stages. If you heard the song now on Spotify, it's a totally different song.
Is that
Uh, that's the beginning stage. Yeah, I slowed it down. Yeah, Awakening. You hear it now. It's a beautiful song. But you like it? You like that song when I played there? To me, it's all right. But I appreciate that. Yeah, that was the beginning stages.
well,
Yeah,
I probably like it the best because I can see how much passion you have when you're playing it. I can see you're feeling every note, that every note is resonating with you, and that you're really into that moment in time with that music and with those notes and with what you're conveying. And so I think that really brings out the whole emotion because we can watch your passion for it.
thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a good song.
Well,
Appreciate it.
I'll have to go look up the other version, but I
Oh, you'll
liked
love
this
it.
one
You'll love it.
because I could
It's good.
see you playing it, and so it was very exciting to watch you
Thanks.
do your craft.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, I think
Definitely.
you'll like the new one. the new version. It's good.
I will definitely check it out. So we got a comment from Paul, and he says, "Music heals this. Heals the song I accidentally wrote connected me back with the mother of my
Oh,
friend that
jeez.
was killed in Iraq. It's about survivor's guilt and how I overcame it." Yeah, it definitely
I'm
can
sorry
heal.
about that. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it is hard. Definitely, I agree. So,
Because
what
you could.
new things are you working on? Well, go ahead. Tell me first what you were
I
going
was
to say. I'm
I was going to
sorry.
respond to his comment.
Yeah.
You can take the negative feelings you have inside your head. You can either do painting, you can go for a run, you can make music like that gentleman did. He created a song. There's other ways that are healthy. You can take that negative energy and make it positive, or you can take a negative energy and make the wrong decision. I mean, it's hit or miss. You have
Yeah.
the opportunity, and you have to make the right decision, and it's not easy. But you can take that negative depression, addiction, and turn it to positive by painting, running, music, writing a poetry. So many healthy outlets out there to make somebody better.
Yeah. Podcasting.
Podcasting is true. Yeah, podcasting. So hopefully, somebody, I keep plugging along. I got more songs, and then hopefully, I get the shot I need to reach a larger audience.
Yeah.
We talked about DC coming up, and I just gotta wait, and then hopefully somebody listens to this and gives me a shot. But I would love to collaborate with a singer, a country singer, the piano. I think my songs with the right singer, we can make a beautiful song. We
Yeah.
can make a beautiful music. 'Cause when you add lyrics to my song, I'm sure it'll be 10 times better. You know?
Well, it just complements it. I don't think it's 10 times better. I think it's just complementary because when things are mixed together, they complement one another because your song all by itself is beautiful. And then when you complement it with some lyrics
Yeah,
that kind of
yeah,
go along with the music you're playing, it just makes it a beautiful melody, I think.
yeah. Like when I had Rebirth, I have two versions of Rebirth. One with strings that you heard, and one without. And with the strings, it makes it beautiful. It makes it, like you said, it complements. It makes it better.
Yeah, it
So
just adds to it. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure. Just adds another layer of complexity and emotion and, of interest and depth to the song, I think.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
So has anybody asked you to play like the national anthem or anything on the piano for anything? Because I think that would be really cool too.
I'm sure I could do that. Yeah, I could probably. No one ever asked me, but I would probably make it my own. I would have to redo it to make it sound. Instead of
Yeah.
doing single notes, you can make it. You can add chords to it and make it really nice. No one ever asked me, no, but I would do it if I had to. But I would have to make it my own version of it.
Yeah, and that would make it better, I think, is putting your touches on it, your creativity on it. So Paul says, "Amen." It's called Left. Amen. It's called Left Behind. It's on my Facebook page, and my friend that helped me write it put it on SoundCloud. Okay, well we'll have to
Tell
check it
Paul
out.
to send me. Tell Paul to send me a message, and I'll add me. And tell me to send me the link. You can look
Okay.
me up. I'm on Rob Fess. I'm on my public profile on Facebook. I'd like to listen to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got your different. I got a couple of your sites there, Facebook, and then your YouTube, and you've got an Instagram too.
Instagram. Yep, I have Instagram. Uh,
What's the best way for someone to get a hold of you if they want you to come and play or if they want to collaborate? How would they get a hold of you?
I think Facebook. Facebook is
Facebook?
good. Yeah. Facebook. I can put my email out there. I don't know. Telephone number. I don't care. Yeah. Should I get my number out?
Well, I'll put your email out. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah. RobFest23 at Gmail. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great.
Rob
Yeah. Sure.
S23 at
Yeah.
Gmail. Oops. I got to type.
Because when I played in New York, I was there. I played it with Urban Meyer's the Coach Myers from Florida, Jacksonville. He was at the event. I got to stand. I mean, it's very emotional when you play something that you created, and people respond in such a positive way. It's very emotional. I got like
Yeah.
standing ovation. It was like it's an incredible feeling. Very humbling. You put something that you think that people might respond or might not respond, and you created yourself, not even to put it out there, and people, it's a huge experience. It's a huge experience and very humbling. And I just want to put my music out there more to help people, and that's the key. But
Yeah, I think they will.
I need more opportunities. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, with you playing at the VA and you playing at some of those hospitals and different events like
Yeah.
that, people are definitely going to take notice and consider you for something going forward. So just getting out there and doing those things will help those people. And then in turn, hopefully will help you get your name a little further, reach out into the community and find you some opportunities.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. And being on like this show, I'm sure would help. But being on that Soft White Underbelly show,
Yes.
this global. My music and Spotify every year you get like an artist page. It tells you my music has reached 77 countries.
Wow.
Just based on that show. Yeah, based on that show. So yeah, you just got to keep plugging, pushing along. But that show has opened up a lot of opportunities because it's global. He has 7 million followers, and that helps me big time. Because every day I get like 200, 300 views every day, which is great. It puts my music out there. This cheer is great for veterans, and yeah, it's just great. Anything, podcast, shows, it's a great opportunity. I appreciate you putting me out there, and Joel too, because it gets my story out there, it gets my music out there, and hopefully, I can relate. My story can relate with other veterans who are struggling with mental health and addiction.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of us out there, I'm not the only one.
There's a lot of people struggling with things that don't include alcohol or drugs or other addictions that are just as
gambling.
That will suck you in and not let you go if you if they get a hold of you. So it's not just one kind of addiction. There's all kinds of addictions. So I think we're all suffering from something, that's kind of grabbed us, and we kind of want to shake it off and get a rebirth, like you said in your songs. We want to have an awakening. Yeah, we we want to shake off those old clothes and get started on a new path, because a lot of us have traveled down a path we don't want to travel down, and we want to take a turn and start on a new path because that we know we should.
100%.
So this will help, I think, because just hearing your story and your journey, I think, is going to help with other people's need to do that too. So
yes, definitely.
I appreciate that. Well, I think, is there any last parting things I haven't asked you about that you want to talk about before we go? We have a couple minutes left, so I'll open the floor for you to just talk about anything you want to put out there. If there's anything that we didn't get to that you wanted to say.
Yeah, the veterans out there who are struggling, stay the course, stay positive, and keep fighting. Life is short. Make the right decisions, and make sure you have the right support system and purpose, motivation, and direction where you need in your life. And you got to try to find it. And stay the course, and stay positive, and surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's 100%.
Well,
thanks for having me on. And I appreciate it. This is a great podcast. I love it. I love the fact that you support the veterans, and we have an avenue, outlet to talk about our problems and our talents and how we can help people. And it's a great thing. Because let me tell you something. If you watch these podcasts now, the same actors, the same people, the same comedians. You need to have veterans out there. There's a lot of people with talent that need to get opportunities, because you get the same character, the same people. It's veterans got a lot of talent. We got a lot. We're smart. We're Americans. We're true Americans, and we represent our nation well. And we need the opportunities. You got a lot of talent. There's a lot of talented veterans out there. A lot of smart people.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. So I appreciate everything, and I guess I'll talk to you. I'll give you a call during the week.
All right. Well, this is, I want to thank you, first of all, Rob, for coming on the show. He was going to play live, but then we realized there were challenges with audio, so we decided to just play the music that we downloaded. But I wanted to thank you for taking an hour of your time to come and talk to us, and we're wishing you all the best. And if anybody hears of opportunities where Rob would be a good fit, then let him know. Reach out to him, and he'd be happy to engage with that. And I know we're happy to play your music and support you.
Thanks, Terry. I appreciate it. Have a good night, okay?
Thanks
for doing what you do. Thanks for doing what you do.
Well,
appreciate it. All right, see
Trace
you.
Around signing off.
All right, see you, Trey. See you, Terry. Bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.